All right, so you have an offer that you are looking to build or scale and put in front of more targeted eyes every single day. That way you actually have a real opportunity to take your business to, 60, 80, $100,000 a month, right? And so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact step-by-step process we're doing personally, and we also implement into other people's businesses, allowing them to put their offer in front of over 500 targeted people per day, right? Right now in our business, we're throwing fuel on the fire. We're doing about 1,500 to 2,000 targeted messages a day, literally having just an influx of meetings coming in. I'm out here in Tulum right now. The team is literally booking calls, right? And it's fully scalable without me, right? And that's exactly what we're showing people how to do is build a real acquisition source that allows them to get hands off, no longer be the bottleneck, allow them to go from working in the business to working actually on the business, right? And the only thing you should be worrying about is either going to be taking the sales calls, doing fulfillment, or just rolling out more content assets like these that you're watching, right? That way you can continue to create this ecosystem of just leads coming back into your pipeline, giving you a real opportunity to go to, like I said, those 60, 80, $100,000 months, right? Because that's what we're in the business for, right? So, like I said, in this video, we're going to be breaking down, time frames, what this actually looks like, how this could work for you, right? I'm going to be answering all those questions, okay? So to give you guys just a basic overview, right, of what it is, right? So the outbound automation, right? This is what's going to allow you to literally completely automate your messaging cold, right? We believe here at Sona Digital, and we've tested it across the different agencies we've scaled. I've scaled an SMA to over 30 clients. My business partner scaled a copywriting agency, and they've all been successful across the board, right? And like the core principles of building a business are literally the same, right? And I'm sure you understand that, right? If you understand that once you dial in your cold outbound messages, right? Like no warm leads yet. We're not doing ads first. A lot of people want to just throw money and don't even know like what the market actually wants that they have to offer, right? Start with outbound messaging. It's going to be the most affordable, guaranteed. It's going to allow you to get your messaging dialed, right? And then you're going to take the the positive workflows, right? The positive conversational workflows you're having and use that as market feedback to roll out new messaging, new angles, and actually see what's going to get the most high quality opt-ins, right? And then once you have, okay, this is the desired audience we want, always opting back in, always getting positive replies back. Now you scale into ads, right? Because now you understand the messaging and the angles that the market actually wants to hear, right? And we're finding so much success with doing that, right? Like we're still in a phase where we're leveraging straight cold outbound. We haven't even scaled into ads. And right now, like let me dive into these KPIs for you guys, right? Of what this actually looks like at a high level, right? Because right now, like I said, us personally, we're doing about 1,500 to 2,000 targeted DMs a day. And like I said, I took Craig, brought him over here. He scaled a copywriting agency. He's a copywriting guru, right? Right now, he has our team at around an 18% positive response rate, but these are just industry standard numbers, okay? And this is what it looks like, and this is our guarantee, right? At the end of our 3 months of consulting, right? So we implement these outbound automations into your business, right? We stay on for 3 months and literally hold your hand as far as personalizing every step of this process that I'm about to dive into. That way you guys have a clear picture of it. We literally personalize it, hold your hand, and stay on and make sure that this is going to be successful. Okay. And sorry about the background noise. Like I said, I'm out here in Tulum. They're doing construction out here. It's literally beautiful though, so I have to sit outside. But like I said, back to the KPIs. These are industry standard numbers, and this is what it looks like. Okay, this is whether that's going to be you doing it or you're going to be hiring a VA, right? A lot of people choose the VA that way it's completely hands off of them. Like I said, all you should be doing as the business owner, you shouldn't be on the acquisitions anymore. You shouldn't be worried about like, oh, let me nurture the Facebook groups or let me do manual outreach myself. Like, let me get students to join, right? Like no, that's, I mean, yes, that's a good ROI task, but like, okay, if you're still stuck on acquisitions, now when it comes to fulfillment, when you have to allocate your time and resources to fulfillment, acquisitions is lacking, right? And now you've created this rabbit hole where all you've done is create a glorified job. And like I said, trust me, we've literally been there. I've scaled multiple agencies now. I built a whole sales team, right, in a whole different sector in a financial niche, right? Like it's all the same across the board, which is why we have set out to solve this problem for entrepreneurs. Okay. We are literally plugging in and giving you guys scalable systems and AI infrastructures to allow you to put your offer completely hands off of you, completely hands off of us, right? Like I said, this is a done with you offer, right? It allows you to just put your offer in front of people every single day with minimal effort, right? The most effort you're going to have from running these systems is dealing with the influx of positive replies, right? Which is where scaling into a VA comes in, right? Putting a team member in place to manage those replies, right? Going through a positive conversational workflow, right? Tracking KPIs, right? Going through that high performing DM sitting script that we personalize, right? And that it works. You know what I'm saying? Allowing them to just go through a conversation, book a call, whatever that next step of your sales process is, right? Like for this tech company we have, it's a two-step close, right? We're running a free audit angle out cold right now to the market that's getting a lot of traction, right? For another offer we just onboarded, right? They have some people are going to run to WAP for the B2C stuff, right? Some of the business owners that are having positive replies back, they're going to run into a sales call, right? So it all depends, and like I said, it's personalized for your offer. And yeah, I mean, like it's really that simple as far as that goes. It's all dependent upon your sales process, right? But the idea here is to put your offer in front of enough targeted people a day. And like I said, I'm going to dive into exactly what all that looks like and what that even means here in a second. Okay, put your offer in front of targeted people a day, right? Like let's say, we just got off a call today where they want to go upstream, right? They want to target people that have, making more than $10,000 a month, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, we can refine the leads down to, um, a certain name, a certain title in a LinkedIn bio, right? Or, certain amount of followers. Are they verified on Instagram, right? Whole nine yards, right? Like we can dive into the lead refinement, right? Which is part of the personalization that we go through in our onboarding and that we pearl for you guys within the 3 months. That way you have, like I said, a real system and game plan to be able to scale your business to 60, 80, $100,000 a month. Okay, because I don't know about you guys, but that's where I hear. That's why I'm here. That's why my business partner's here. That's why we're doing it. We love helping people scale businesses, and we love scaling our business too, right? We're running the same exact systems we offer to people because they work. You know what I'm saying? So here nor there, like I said, the KPIs at just 3 to 500 targeted DMs a day on industry standard numbers, that's a 5% positive response rate. That's going to be 15 to 25 positive responses. That's 3 to 5 calls booked, 2 to 4 show up, give or take, right? That'll be at least 1 to 2 closes per day, right? When these are scaled out, right? This is genuinely what it looks like. Like these are real KPIs, and these are just industry standard numbers, right? Like I said, right now we're averaging around an 18% positive response rate. So our numbers are a little higher, but we're literally slam packed. Like I'm posting a story tonight of literally like just humble brag, right? Like I was literally on my flight over here to Tulum, right? Like my team closed the deal, collected another paid in full, and they booked 3 more sales calls while I was on my flight. Like I genuinely am like so excited about this because we have a real opportunity to scale our business. Like I'm no longer the bottleneck where I'm doing the emails, I'm doing the cold calls, or I'm trying to find out the newest strategy and I'm trying to be the expert media buyer and all this other stuff. Like no, like we've literally found a way to put our offer in front of nothing but targeted people, and we have nothing but high quality leads coming in at extremely high margins, and we haven't even scaled into paid traffic yet. And like that's the best part, because I know when we go to scale into paid traffic, like we have literally, I literally have pages of just market feedback, right? All those fathoms, like we literally sit. and have notes about literally all of the market feedback we're getting, the questions that people are asking, right? And we're just taking that and using it as ammo, right? To go back out and feed the marketplace, right? Creating that ecosystem, right? This is the big picture. This is the big picture, right? Like it is all this acquisition ascension, right? Where you have the inbound and the outbound, right? But step one of scaling your offer and putting it in front of just nothing but targeted people is going to be these outbound systems, this outbound automation. Okay. And this is exactly what it looks like, right? So this right here, this outbound automation is a immediate deliverable for people. Okay. So let's say, you watch this video, you want to learn more, right? We get on a call, it makes sense for you, right? You will get this immediately, right? So this is set up in a format where it's extremely digestible. We literally hold nothing back. It's in like a course type format. We don't like to call it a course, but literally it's plug and play, right? We even have it in a video format so you can watch it, and then we have it in a docs format. So it's literally, like I said, step by step of the entire process of how we're leveraging accounts, what accounts we're going to be using, how we're scraping leads, how we're refining the leads, what softwares we use, what bots we use, how we're setting up the delays on the bots, whole 9 yards, right? Like we literally hold nothing back, right? So immediate deliverables, you're going to get this, right? We're going to set up that onboard call for, like I said, we believe in speed. And like I said, I'm going to talk about the actual time frame of what this looks like and what's going to get you the fastest results from this, okay? Um, so immediate deliverables, you're going to receive this outbound automation, complete access. So you have literally like you're not in the dark about anything. Clear roadmap of exactly how you're going to put your offer in front of tons of people, leveraging our systems, right? Like trust me, we have gone through and refined these systems for literally like the last 6 or 7 months, just working out the kinks, working out the bottlenecks, and it's literally plug and play. Like everything we're doing right now is completely rinse and repeat across the board. We've scaled LinkedIn outreach, we've scaled Facebook outreach, we've scaled Instagram outreach. We have our guy on the forefront of WAP right now, Twitter, right? Like we're just staying on the forefront of just how can we put our offer in front of the most people with these outbound systems, right? A day right now. And I mean, it's working. Like I said, it's working at a really high level. Okay. So you're also going to get aged accounts depending upon what platform we choose is going to be the best for your target audience, right? So, like I said, this is where the personalization comes in, right? That we do, right? So every offer is different. No two offers are the same. So, like some people, their audience resides, in a Facebook groups, right? There's a lot of Facebook groups up there like ICP in their target audience, right? Or some people are going to be LinkedIn heavy. Some people are going to be Instagram heavy, right? Like other marketers. Maybe you want to leverage like Hermazi's following or like a certain post of his, right? That had a lot of like high level people comment, right? Like the tools we use to go scrape leads has the ability to literally scrape, I mean, a plethora of things, right? Like LinkedIn post comments, LinkedIn post likes, LinkedIn members in a group, Facebook groups, Facebook likes, Facebook comments. Same thing for Instagram, right? Like it gets wild how like deep it can scrape. And then like we also have a complete lead refinement process, right? So our guy Uri, he's basically our inside man, our excuse me, like our chief of staff, basically. He's running the team, providing them leads, making sure that just the team is producing at a really high level, right? He literally scraped 50,000 leads the other day, refined it, excuse me, refined it down to 16,000 of the most targeted leads of where they had nothing but like CEOs in their bio, right? We're talking to business owners, marketers in their bio, right? And legit, we've had nothing but qualified leads come in, and I can genuinely say every sales call we have taken has actually been qualified, and that makes a world of difference alone, right? So that lead refinement process is huge. Okay, but yeah, you're gonna receive H accounts, right? So depending upon the platform, and this, truthfully speaking, right, full transparency, this is what's gonna take the longest time as far as initial speed. Okay, we believe in full transparency. You should know what you're getting into, right? This is gonna take the longest time because you have to warm up these aged accounts, right? Like so for this one offer we just onboarded, she already had 3 Instagram accounts, a Facebook, and a LinkedIn account already warm, right? Because she was leveraging some different accounts like for herself personally, and it's like perfect. There's no delay we have to take then. We don't even need to buy H accounts. We can use those, plug the VA in because she wanted a VA, she didn't want to do it, right? We're plugging the VA in, we're training the VA, giving them the step-by-step process, and then the personalization of it, right? Like, okay, we're going to be using this platform, this is going to be the scripts for this platform, really handing them over all that stuff, right? And making it pretty much seamless, like she's literally doing nothing. And she's going to be putting her offer in front of around 700 targeted people per day, right? Just scaling, completely free of her, completely free of us. Like I said, this is a done with you implementation of this in-house acquisition system. Okay, so that's, I mean, like I said, it varies per offer, but like that's really what it looks like. Okay, this is going to take a second, right? So like if you want to leverage 5 accounts on Instagram, right, that's going to take a 2 to 3 week process of actually warming up those aged accounts, building them in congruence with yourself, building an algorithm on them, and setting them up in a way that doesn't get you spam or flagged, right? Because, like I said, trust me, we've had to put out the fires. We're still dealing with some, like we're staying on the forefront of it, but we've already dealt with most of these things, right? And we've built actual scalable SOPs, right, to actually warm up these accounts, right? And you're gonna have to nurture them, do human-like activity, whole 9 yards, right? To get these accounts ready to be able to launch the bot, scale outreach on them, and basically that way you don't get shut down, you don't get blocked, you don't get put in the spam folder because then if that happens too early or you want to rush the process, this was basically all for nothing, and that is not what we want, right? So this is going to be probably the longest part of the process is just warming up those accounts initially. That looks like a 2 to 3 week process, and then we're scaling, right? We're going to have leads ready for you. So we scrape the first 5,000 leads, like I said, so we can build a real system and SOPs, right? Standard operating procedures for you guys, right? So we're going to be diving in, putting our A players and our own brain power onto like, okay, where exactly is your audience? How can we scrape the most targeted leads? And how can we refine this down and create you guys systems so you can do this for yourselves moving forward at a really high level? And like I said, this other offer we just onboarded, their VA is going to be scraping their own leads, right? And you can literally scrape hundreds of thousands at a time, refine it with the refinement processes that we've optimized for them and personalized for them, right? And yeah, I mean, like it's really that simple, right? Um, then literally we have the operating procedures of how to, like what bots we're using designated per platform, how to set up the delays, what happens if you get, error codes, what happens if you don't run enough variants, right? We're going to give you guys at least 3 to 5 initial message variants, right? Designated per platform, designated for your offer, and designated per the marketing angle that you want to run out in the market, right? And we show you guys exactly how to put that into the bot, run it, upload the leads you just scraped, and literally allow it to just automate your messaging, right? It's that simple. All you're going to have to worry about is managing the positive replies and booking people over, right? But we set up the scripts, right? The DM setting scripts and frameworks in a way where even if you have no DM setting experience, which some of the people on our team didn't have any, you can literally copy and paste a script, right? Because we use a NEPQ type of style. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Jeremy Miner, but we use that neuro emotional persuasion questions type of style, right? Where we ask certain questions in a certain way. So it pulls out a pain and it creates value and some urgency for that next step in the sales process, whether that's going to be a link to a WAP or whether that's going to be, getting on an actual sales call with a closer, or, the business owner, or whatever that looks like for you, right? And like I said, that gets all personalized depending upon your sales process and your offer, right? So outside of that, we even have like our KPI trackers use, how we mark leads on each platform, like how we're keeping track of things, how we're tracking, positive conversations, just understanding, right, where the bottlenecks are at, right? Because this is going to be the main thing, right? Like I said, this outbound automation process is going to be step 1 of scaling and building your offer, like straight up, right? Like a lot of people probably already have proof of concept, or maybe they already have a group, right? Or have some members have joined, right? But if you can't go out in the marketplace, talk to your audience completely cold and get them to opt in, I'm sorry, but your offer isn't strong enough, right? And that's what these systems allow you to do. It allows you to go out, get market feedback. Because right now, people are getting hit with ads every day, messages every day, right? Like, okay, what's going to be your USP, right? Your unique selling proposition, right? Outbound automation allows you to create that and find that out in the marketplace, right? Get real feedback, right? Okay, like if we have 3 to 5 different variants, right? The KPI tracker is going to allow us to know, like, okay, this variant's getting us the best responses. Okay, now why? Right? Okay, now this positive conversational workflow is falling off like after the second or third message, right? But like without the KPI tracker, we wouldn't know that, right? So that's why that's so huge, and it's going to give you the best feedback, right? And like I said, once all those get optimized and pearled, right, you take that feedback, those angles, and those winning scripts, and you use that to run it into ads, and then you launch, your VSLs or some still copy, or like I said, you're already going to know your market feedback and what they want to see and what they want to hear. So it's going to be very simple to scale into ads, right? We're doing it for offer right now, right? I'm full transparency, right? Once you buy app on automation, we stay on for 3 months. We get this up and running, right? It's going to be printing by the end of the 3 months, and you're going to be ready to scale into ads, right? And then that's our next offer, right? So it's to have you stay on board, stay a part of the team, keep consulting with us because we're already winning, right? There's no point to switch up. Let's keep scaling this thing, right? Now, use our ad strategy, right? We have a fully built ad strategy. Like I said, I come from a media buying background. I scaled at SMA to over 30 clients, right? Like run our ad strategy, tailor it directly off of the outbound that we've already dialed in, same marketing angles, right? What we found that's winning, leverage that into ads, right? Use exactly what we've already mastered, right? Run our backend systems and allow it to print. We're doing it for an offer right now. They're averaging around like a $3.70 cost per qualified lead, right? They're out of Norway, big company, and they have nothing but US targeted leads coming in. And we plugged in a growth specialist now into their offer who warm dials for them and literally books calls every single day. Like I got on with the warm dial the other day because I just for shits and giggles literally got on. I booked 9 calls myself in like literally an hour and a half. I booked 9 calls on the dude's calendar. Like I just want to check the lead quality and like yo, they're money, right? But that's the power of it, right? And like now they're literally scaling completely hands free of us, completely hands free of them, right? They put team members and systems in place to allow them to just infinitely grow. Now you just throw more fuel on the fire, right? More deals get closed. We can up the ad spend. Okay, we can onboard more team members to launch more outbounds, get more accounts. Boom, we already got scalable systems like plug and play. Like let's go, let's go, let's go. And speed comes, right? Like, but you have to allow it to build and allow this compound effect to actually take place, right? And genuinely, right, genuinely, you will see results after a month and a half of these outbound systems going out. Like I said, it does take time to scale the accounts, right? We're going to be dialing these in, right? We're trying to figure out the best way literally every day. My business partner literally just talked about this earlier, but how can we like speed up these processes, right? But these warming up the accounts just takes time, right? It does, it does. And some people are going to be in different spots, like I said, where they already have something. It's like perfect. We can go immediately, right? And you're going to get results a lot faster, right? But genuinely, like in broad terms speaking, it does take about a month and a half to see real results from this, okay? But it's a long game. Like I said, this is complete in-house infrastructure. So it's not going anywhere. You're going to forever have access to all of these systems right here. And once everything's personalized and dialed in for you personally, it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. You're going to be able to scale it yourself, run it yourself. Obviously, you'll have us in your corner to reach out to, right? And, ideally, we perform together. We have a great relationship like we do with most of our clients, and we continue to stay on, consult with you guys. We scale ads with you guys. We plug you into our network. We go on client retreats with you guys, right? And we continue to build a network and have fun and live and travel and just literally create a system that collects this cash, right? Now, I know I'm talking about speed here, right? If you have an audience, if you have a group, something of that sort that you already have, and probably most of your leads kind of come from right now, we threw this in here as a bonus into our outbound automation, right? This is new. We really haven't been giving this out. This actually used to be our whole offer, right? The neural marketing method. Like make 10K in 7 days or we work for you for free. Like this method right here works, especially if you have a personal brand or a group of over like 100 plus members that are just like, that just need a little push over the edge, right? To, book a call and buy from you, right? This sequence that we use right here literally collects people so much cash. So as far as speed goes, you want to make some money fast. This right here alone will make you money within the first 7 days of you guys coming on board, you know, buying these outbound automations, just for 2K, and you will, see a crazy ROI. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it looks like I said, at scale, right? Even just on an average 2K offer, right? You're going to be collecting around $60 to $120,000 a month in cash collected with just these systems right here. Like I said, we're doing about 1,500 to 2,000 targeted DMs a day. I'll let you guys do the math, but we're on pace for some killer numbers. Okay. So I hope really, all of that kind of makes sense, right? Some people after this, this is kind of going into our back end offer now. Some people after this, kind of want to get their whole business kind of built out into like a CRM, like making it very seamless for, the growth specialists to come on board, track meetings, track leads, whole 9 yards. Um, During my SMA time, I wouldn't say I became an expert, but I became pretty close to an expert in building out go high level automations. That's what we're in right now. We built our whole client portal back here, right? So we use go high level as far as the CRM goes to track leads, build pipelines, automations, email sequences, whole 9 yards, nurturing leads, reactivation stuff. Um, that can come on the front end if that's something you guys need, but we do that on the back end really because, like I said, the idea is upfront. We break your acquisitions where you have nothing but an influx of inbound leads coming in from the outbound processes. Okay, now it's like, okay, I'm getting too busy. I need to get a VA. We plug you in with our, network, our talent that we have that literally is already well versed in these systems, right? You plug them in, they're printing for you. You're completely hands off. You guys are collecting cash. We're scaling into ads, right? We're making the process seamless. We're scaling to CRM. We have nothing but just a ton of leads coming in, so we need to track the leads. That's where we're building the pipelines and the automations for the leads, running email sequences, right? Now we're building an email list, right, off the ads because we're getting their name, number, email always when you run ads, right? And literally we're warm dialing them, we're running emails, and it's just this ecosystem where you're just collecting cash, right? And I want to be very clear about something, right? We don't do this on a partnership basis anymore. You have to be just a baller company for someone to do a partnership, right? We are in the business of setting up win-win-win scenarios, right? Like we just did that with one of our new clients we just onboarded where they want to actually roll out a new offer that includes our services as she's rolling it out to the marketplace. That way, as she's talking to B2B people, if they come on buy her system, they also get our system with it because that allows them to get more leads, allows them to collect more cash for them, allows her to have the opportunity to sell to their audience, which allows her to collect more cash, and then it also positions us in a way to collect some more cash because she's also plugging us in with the business owners as well, right? So that's a win-win-win scenario as far as partnership models and commission goes. That is a really high ticket product for us, and that's just going to cost a pretty penny. And we can go over that, but we don't do partnership models. This is a done with you, completely hands off of us, completely hands off of you. Like I said, right now it is only 2K, and those prices will be going up shortly, right? As we're just seeing so much market demand for it, right? We have to get the most for our time, and it does take time for us to personalize every step of these process for people, right? And it's producing at a high level. So I'd be wrong to say this isn't going to be worth 10 to 15K in probably the next 6 months because we're on the forefront of something massive right now, right? And the results we're getting are real, and yeah, like the ROI is there. And like I said, this is a one-time payment thing. After that, you have this for life. right? So to me, it's a no-brainer, right? And I hope all that pretty much made sense, right? You know, of just kind of the roadmap of what it looks like, how we personalize every step of the process, how we hold nothing back from you, right? As far as immediate deliverable, as soon as you onboard with us, right? As soon as you buy, you'll have access to that, right? You're gonna have access to us, our network, whole 9 yards, what it looks like after the 3 months, right? And yeah, any questions about that, right? Make sure you guys reach out to us. Um, and if you want to learn more, comment, OA below, outbound automation, and we'll hop on a call and see if this makes sense for you, right? If you're looking to truly build and scale your offer and build and scale your business in a real way, and you know you're tired of outsourcing marketing efforts, and you're tired of buying other strategies that aren't working, like no, like actually put something in your business that is guaranteed to work. All right, so like I said, any questions about that, make sure you reach out to us. My name is Darius York. You can also follow me on IG. Make sure you follow the business on IG at Summit Digital. It's linked in the bio, same as well as our funnel if you want to go learn more. We have a VSL on there to be transparent, but it's not even a VSL. We're literally chopping it up straight to you guys, just like we are here, because we like to keep everything very natural and very real. So, outside of that, we're going to see you guys at the top. Peace.